Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It might be a surprise to you that during the early part of Islam, men and women used to do wudu in the same area. I mean, can you imagine that? Women are, raising their sleeves and making wudu and washing their hair in front of other men. Of course, this was before hijab. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wants us to have healthier lives. And for that reason, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created boundaries between people, between neighbors, between male and female, between parents and children, between in-laws. And it's really important for us to recognize and realize and understand and study, really study, what are the boundaries that our religion places between us and other individuals. Because setting boundaries is an integral part for healthy relationships. See, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught the believers to seek permission before entering a home. Back in the day, in Arabian society, it was very normal for an uncle to just randomly enter his nephew's home, or a brother to enter his brother's home, or a son to enter his parents' home. And back in the day, homes were small. It was one room, literally. And so if an individual was changing or taking a bath, and the person not knowing enters the home, and now they're going to see something that they shouldn't be seeing, that can cause problems. And in our times today, with social media, it's like everything is on the table for everyone to see. But let's take the following moment in the life of Umar radiallahu ta'ala an and Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala an. Ibn Mas'ud went to visit Umar radiallahu ta'ala an while he was the Khalifa. And he knocked on Umar's door, and he called, Umar, are you there? And he did that 3 times. After the 3rd time, Ibn Mas'ud, he left. And Umar called him and said, why did you leave? Umar was in the home. He said, why did you leave? Well, he said, the Prophet ﷺ taught me that you have 3 times to ask for permission. After the 3rd time, you have to leave. And so Umar radiallahu ta'ala an, he's like, okay, you have to prove this to me. Bring 2 witnesses. And 2 witnesses came and said, yeah, we heard the Prophet ﷺ teaching us that. Here, in Surah An-Nur, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us, don't enter other people's home without their permission. Right? Not just without their permission. If you feel that the other people, the host, does not want you there at the moment, it's inconvenient for them, then don't approach them. Boundaries. Furthermore, in Surah An-Nur, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaches parents to teach their kids. Don't just randomly enter your parents' their room. Right? Lock the door during times when parents might have less clothes on or they might be engaged in intimacy, and teach the kids that you cannot just barge into the room unannounced. You have to knock on the door, setting boundaries. Also hijab, and how men and women engage each other. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذَا سَأَلْتُمُوهُنَّ مَتَاعًا فَاسْأَلُوهُنَّ مِنْ وَرَاءِ حِجَابٍ. If a man needs to ask a woman for something, then ask from behind a veil. And then Allah says, ذَلِكُمْ أَطْهَرُ لِقُلُوبِكُمْ وَقُلُوبِهِنْ. Pay attention to this. Allah says, when those barriers are there, it's purer for the man's heart and purer for the woman's heart. And so we need to understand that setting boundaries is more than just formalities. It's actually part of healthy relationships. It builds trust. It fosters relationships. And it builds intimacy, allows intimacy to occur. When a wife feels that her husband protects her secrets, even from his parents, she trusts him. She feels safer around him. And the same thing with husband. When the husband feels that his wife protects his secrets, even from her family members. Same thing with children. When the children feel that my parents conceal my faults, protect my secrets, it builds trust. So we have to educate ourselves about what are the boundaries between me and other people. And that includes me and in-laws. And this is where a lot of problems happen in the Muslim community. How much right do they have over me? Well, the Sharia makes all this clear. A person has no Shari'i responsibilities towards their in-laws. A woman is not the servant of her mother-in-law. And the mother-in-law does not have authority over her daughter-in-law. Right? Why? Because that lady's responsibility is towards her parents. And the man's responsibility is towards his parents. Now, the responsibility that they have is to respect one another, right? To create an environment where families are still able to build relationships, see one another, and it doesn't cause conflict. So we're not saying that you completely cut them off from your home or from your life, but rather to place boundaries. Look, mother, right? This is my wife. I'm responsible for her, not you. Look, father, this is my husband. He's my responsibility, not yours. Look, grandparents, these children are my responsibility, not yours. So many problems happen in this regard. Create those boundaries that are healthy and have discussions with one another in terms of what are those healthy boundaries. It differs from person to person, personality to personality. Some individuals are more social. They're okay with having less boundaries between them and their in-laws, them and their neighbors. Other people are more private individuals. They need more boundaries in order for them to be more stable and healthier in life. Also, the problem of social media usage. Dear brothers, dear sisters, understand that if you don't have a private life, you cannot build intimacy with other people. What makes a relationship unique between two people is that there's an amount of privacy between them. Check this out. A major oil company hired someone, or one of the executives was tasked with strengthening the workforce. They had a problem within the workforce. So one of the executives said that, look, my recommendation is to create sessions with the employees that allows them to express their emotions. Now, the CEO of that company at that time was a very, hard individual, a very straightforward, we're working men, we have no time for emotions and weaknesses. Right? But this executive was adamant. Bring them together, let them talk about their emotions. And so reluctantly, the CEO said, okay, we'll go ahead and do that. And you know what happened within a year? That workforce became extremely effective and extremely powerful. Why? Because the point isn't to just cry and mope and talk about personal things. It's that when there's a space for individuals to talk about personal things, that will only happen when it's in a private setting. And when that private setting is available, individuals are able to bond. Think about it. What makes your relationship to your spouse unique? It's the privacy, those private moments that you have with one another that no one else shares. That's the core of the relationship. What makes your relationship with your siblings unique? Because you have memories in the privacy of your home. What makes your relationship with your children unique? It's the privacy of the home, that you do certain things with each other that's just between you. You share experiences just between you. And so if you're posting everything on social media, you are possibly harming your relationship, not only with other people, but with your close family members and with yourself. Preserve that privacy, set those boundaries, and inshallah, you'll be setting yourself up for healthy families, strong families, the truly Muslim family. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum everybody, thank you for watching. If you're finding benefit in these videos, remember that every day throughout the month of Ramadan, we'll be releasing a new video. Our goal is to build a stronger family, especially in our times today when the family unit is really dissolving. It's so important for us as Muslims and to serve as a role model for all of humanity. Share these videos, like, drop a comment, and we'll see you at the next video. Bismillah.